Mrs. Robson, and good news, you've made it all the way. You've made it to day 5. So I'm going to briefly show you what you are doing today in this video. So as usual, I'm in classwork, and as you can see, I'm going to today's work. You have read the instruction in today's goals. So what are you doing next? Well, the main assignment for today is to actually open your video and analyze your presentation skills. Why do we want to analyze our presentation skills? Because let's face it, you need to present or speak with people at almost any job you can think of. The second thing is that presentation, speaking, and group work skills are part of the English language arts curriculum. So at some point this year, your teacher will have to assess your presentation, speaking, and group work skills. Now, this is giving you a chance to see how you're doing before you are given a summative grade that affects your mark. So as you can see, the instructions are listed here. The lesson goals, the activity goals are here. And we have, as usual, the attachments, the things that can help you out if you get stuck. Now, the key thing is that you have a copy made for you of a formative checklist. So you'll want to open that. But before I open that, I want to show you that there is a tutorial here going step by step how to fill this out if you get stuck. And also, this video, it's about a minute long. In this video, I show an excellent finished example and talk about why it's good. Okay, so that out of the way, let's look at the formative checklist itself. While it's opening, I'm going to tell you again, the reason we're doing this is to see how you're strong and how you're weak in presentation skills, so that you can set some goals for improving your presentation speaking skills this year. Okay, so this is how it looks. And like a checklist, you would fill in which category best describes your video. For example, hook at the start. Was my intro interesting and attention getting? Was it never, rarely, sometimes, or very? You put in the answer. Right, you put in the answer. So and eventually you'll tally up a score for each section. And you'll do that the same thing for this checklist, and then the third final checklist, and then finally you will add up all the scores together to give yourself a final score of 52. And at the very bottom, there's this place for you to write in complete sentences a little reflection about your strengths, weaknesses, and goals. Okay, so let's say you have done that. Now what? Thank you, glad you asked. You are going to actually submit this so that your teacher can see your work. Okay, now if you haven't already by today, another thing you need to submit is your info sorter, because you don't need it anymore. You've done your presentation. So if you have not already submitted your info sorter, then do that today for sure. Okay, so let's say you've submitted your formative checklist, you have submitted your info sorter, there is only one thing left to do. And it shouldn't take very long, about 5 minutes, and that is the exit ticket. And the exit ticket is found in today's work. The purpose of the exit ticket is to practice another strategy for active learning, which is summarizing, and also so your teacher can see what you learned and whether or not you were actively engaged in this lesson. So as you can see, the exit ticket question is, when you think about the topic of effective learning methods or active learning, 1, what did you used to think that you learned is not true? What did you learn this week that you did not know? And then 3 asks you to get practical. In what ways can you apply and use what you learned moving forward? As you can see, the requirement is that your answer should be 3 to 5 sentences long, not bullet points, not words, sentences. And that's it. So let me recap what you're doing today. Step 1, you're going to have your video out so you can watch it again and analyze it. You're definitely going to want to open your formative assessment checklist, read the instructions. 3, you're going to fill out the formative checklist honestly based on your video presentation. 4, you're going to submit your finished formative assessment checklist. 5, you are going to submit your info sorter if you haven't already. 6, you are going to complete this exit ticket for attendance. And that's it. Thank you for learning with me this week. I wish you a lot of success in your studies. Thanks again and have a good day. Bye.